Hello students, today I am here to discuss with you about samasa. Samasa means compound. The meaning of the samasa is ardhayuktanam padanam samaharaha. That means the group of meaningful words is called samasa. As we know in Sandhi there are two places. As like that only in samasa also there are two places are there. First one it is Purvapadam and second one it is Parapadam or Uttarapadam. We can see two things over here. The first one it is samasa and the second one it is vigrahavakya. Samasa is simplifying a brief meaning into a short, and the vigrahavakya is brief explanation. Students, to make samasa or vigrahavakya we should have grip upon sabdas. Now let's get into the topic. Samasa Bedaha means types of samasas. The first one it is Avyayi Bhava Samasa, Tatpurusha Samasa, Karmadharai Samasa, Dvigu Samasa, Dvandva Samasa, Bahuvrihi Samasa. If you look at into the topic, each samasa is again divided into different types. If you look at this Avyayi Bhava Samasa, in this we are having subtopics as Upa, Anu, Nir, Yatha, Prati, Sa, like this. In Tatpurusha Samasa, we are having 7 subparts. They are Dvitiya Tatpurusha Samasa, Tritiya Tatpurusha Samasa, Chaturthi Tatpurusha Samasa, Panchami Tatpurusha Samasa, Sasti Tatpurusha Samasa, Saptami Tatpurusha Samasa, and Nai Tatpurusha Samasa. And the next one it is Karmadharaya Samasa. Karmadharaya Samasa mainly deals with adjectives. It is also having subparts. For example, Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharaya Samasa, Visheshana Parapada Karmadharaya Samasa, like this. And the next one it is Dvigu Samasa. Dvigu Samasa it mainly deals with number. Sankhya Purvo Dviguhu. That means in Purvapada a number will take place. The next Samasa is Dvandva Samasa. This Dvandva Samasa is 3 types. First one it is Itaretra Dvandva Samasa, Samahara Dvandva Samasa, and Ekasesha Dvandva Samasa. And the last one it is Bahuvrihi Samasa. Anya Padartha Pradhanyam Bahuvrihi. Bahuvrihi Samasa explains about the thing which was not mentioned in the Samasa or in Vigrahavakya. Students, today we will discuss about the first Samasa, Avyayi Bhava Samasa. Okay? Avyayi Bhava Samasa. Avyayam Nama Linga Vachana Vibhakti Rahitam. Still, there is a brief meaning for this Avyayi Bhava, Avyayam, but we will look after only these 3 things. Avyayam means I said that Linga Vachana Vibhakti Rahitam. That means which it doesn't have gender, number, and case I said. To explain you clearly in English, if you take some of the words like only, and, no, no, less, less, also also, we cannot say a particular gender or number or a case to these words. Like that only in Sanskrit, avyayas also. Students, we are having these avyayas for our syllabus, so I am explaining about these avyayas only. Okay. Students, we will see the first one. First one it is Upa. Upa it gives the meaning of Samipardham, that means near. It will be used in Sasti Vibhakti. Now the second one it is Anu. It comes in 2 meanings. First one it is Paschat and second one it is in Yogyam. Paschat means back of, means back of a person, back of a thing. Yogyam means it describes about the quality of a person of a, or a thing, whatever it may be. These two will be used in Sasti Vibhakti. And the third one it is Nir. Nir it comes in the meaning of Abhavaha. Abhavaha means absence, and it will be used in Sasti Vibhakti. The next one it is Yatha. Yatha it comes in the meaning of Anatikramya. Anatikramya means not exceeding. It will be used in Dvitiya Vibhakti. And the next one it is prati. Prati, it will be used or it gives in the meaning of iti, but appropriate meaning is not this, but the meaning of iti is as like. Here two vibhaktis will be taking place. First one it is dvitiya vibhakti and the second one it is saptami vibhakti. And the last one it is sa. Sa, it comes in the meaning of sahitam. Sahitam means along with. And tritiya vibhakti will be taken place. Here tritiya vibhakti will be used. Now let's get into the topic in deep. The first one it is upa. Students, I already said you that upa comes in the meaning of samipam. That means near. In earlier explanation, I said you in samasa there will be two places. First one it is Purvapadam and second one it is Parapadam or Uttarapadam. In this samasa, the noun will get Sasti Vibhakti. We can see over here. And one more thing we can find here that when we are making samasa, the subject will be placed in the Parapadam, and when we are making into Vigraha Vakya, the subject was placed in Purvapadam. And the avyaya will be placed in the samasa in Purvapadam, and when we make in Vigrahavakya, the meaning of the avyaya will be placed in Uttarapadam or Parapadam. And as I said you that the subject will get Sasti Vibhakti when we make in Vigrahavakya. See now look at the example, the meaning of the example is Upavruksham. Now the meaning it is Vrukshasya Samipam means that means near to the tree. And another one Upagangam. Ganga Yaha Samipam that means near to the river Ganga. And some of the examples are like this: Upagu, Goho Samipam, Upaguru, Guroho Samipam, Upagruham, Gruhasya Samipam, like this. And the next one is Anu. I already said you that it comes in two kinds of meanings. First one it is Paschat and second one it is Yogyam. In this also the subject will be placed in Uttarapadam in the Samasa, and as well as it will be placed in the Vigrahavakya in Purvapadam, and whereas the Avyaya is placed in Purvapadam in the Samasa, and the meaning of the Avyaya is placed in Uttarapadam in the Vigrahavakya. Now you see Anuhari, here it is there, that means Harehe Paschat. Harehe Paschat. Harehe means it is a name, it was written in Sasti Vibhakti. Paschat means after, back. Now the meaning of this word is back of Hari. And the second one it is Anumrugam. Mrugasya Paschat. Somebody is back of the person, back of a thing, then we will say that he is back of that thing or back of that person, like that. No, like that. In that case, we will use Anu. The another meaning of Anu is Yogyam, I said. Here the example we will look after Anurupam. Rupasya Yogyam. Sir, when we have to use this Yogyam and when we have to use this Paschat? When he mentions about a thing or a person's name in the Samasa, then we have to use this Paschat. When he describes about a quality or a quantity, then we have to use this Yogyam. Suppose for example, if you are standing back of a tree or back of a pillar, then we can say that Anuvruksham or otherwise Anustambaha, like that we can say. For example, you went to the shop to purchase a TV or a fridge, whatever it may be. The cost will be depended upon the quality and quantity of that thing, certain thing. So in that case we have to use that Rupasya, and whereas I said that if somebody is back of the person or a thing, in that case we have to use this Paschat. And the next one it is Nir. I already said you the meaning of Nir is Abhavaha, means absence. And here the Sasti Vibhakti will be used. As I said you already, Sasti Vibhakti will be used in this Samasa. If you observe it here, the Avyaya was written in the Purvapada in the Samasa, and the meaning of the Avya was written in Parapada in the Vigraha Vakya, and as well as the subject was written in Uttarapada in the Samasa, and in the Vigraha Vakya it was written in the Purvapada. Here if you observe the meaning of this example, Nirgunam, Gunanam Abhavaha, that means the absence of the qualities, and the second one it is Nirvignam, Vignanam Abhavaha, there are no obstacles, means the absence of the obstacles. So nir it comes in the meaning of absence. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly we used to say that nirjana pradesham. Nirjana pradesham means there are no people. People are not roaming, or no one is there at there. That means the absence of the persons. So that's why it was named as nirjana pradesham. The next one it is yatha. Yatha, it comes in the meaning of not exceeding, anatikramya. So it will be used in Dvitiya Vibhakti. If you see at here also, the Avya was written in the Purvapada and the subject was written in the Parapada in the Samasa. And as well as in Vigraha Vakya, the subject was written in Purvapada and the Avya was written in Parapada. Straightly, if we say the exact meaning of this yatha means, students, if somebody will ask you to put your strength, total full strength, then you will reply that I will do my level best. The word you have used, that level best, it gives the exact meaning of yatha. Here if you see the example of yatha shakti, shakti manatikramya, means not exceeding your capacity. So this is the explanation of this yatha. The next one it is prati. In this avya the subject will be mentioned twice, and also here if you observe, the avya was placed in Purvapada and the subject was placed in Parapada in the Samasa, whereas in the Vigraha Vakya the subject was placed in the Purvapada and the meaning of the avya was placed in Parapada. If you observe over here, the question was written once and the answer was written in two types, different kinds. There is a difference in the first answer and in the second answer. The first answer was written, the subject was written in Dvitiya Vibhakti, and in the second, the answer was written in Saptami Vibhakti. Let's look at here clearly. Dinam, dinam iti. Dina Sabdam, it was written in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dine, dine. The same Dina Sabdam, it was written in Saptami Vibhakti. If you go to the next one, Pratyekam. Ekam, ekam iti. Eke, eke iti. And the last one it is sa. I already told you that sa, it comes in the meaning of sahitam. That means along with. And Tritiya Vibhakti will be used over here. Here also if you observe, the Avya was placed in Purvapadam and the subject was placed in Parapadam in the Samasa, and when we make Vigraha Vakya, the subject was written in Tritiya Vibhakti and it was placed over in the Purvapada, and the Avya meaning was placed in the Parapadam. Students, I hope that you understand today's topic of Avya Samasa. If you are having any kind of queries, you can make call to me and you can clarify your doubts and everything. Students, I am sending a link along with this video. Please go through the link seriously. It is Sambhashana Samskrutam. Don't neglect that video. And one more thing, that to make Samasa, Sandhi or question making, Shabdas are very important. So I request you to go through all the Shabdas and Dhatus once again. Thank you students. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.